What, you guys got another video? Microsoft is finally stopping pirated Windows 11, or are they? That's what we're going to be taking a look today. Now, everyone who has a version of Windows 10 or Windows 11 have to have a valid license to activate the actual operating system itself. So is pirated Windows 11 going to be phased out? Recently, a piece of news about Microsoft strengthening the TPM security mechanism has sparked heated discussions online and in the tech community. Now, after seeing the headlines, many people are already panicking about Microsoft's reaction to finally getting serious about stopping piracy on their operating system. You may see a watermark like this: activate Windows, go to your settings. Now, before we continue, let's have a quick disclaimer. This video is for educational, information and news reporting purposes only. We do not support or promote or encourage software piracy or unauthorized use of Microsoft products. All logos, trademarks and brand names mentioned belong to their respective owners. Always purchase official genuine software licenses to ensure system security and full support. Now, for many years, pirated Windows have had different methods and different ways of activating. The problem is you're always at risk. There's no updates, no security, malware risk when you download these keygens or KMS activated scripts, and there's no support. You are using a pirated version of Windows, so your system will be at risk, and it's normally cheaper just to buy a genuine key. So Microsoft are planning to use TPM chips to detect pirated systems. Now, what is so popular right now is versions of Windows 10 that are like this, and the reason why is because they have a long life date. You can see January 13th, 2032. These are the sort of things that Microsoft are going to be clamping down on. It's to do with the KMS Hardware-Secured. This is the new thing that Microsoft are going to be bringing out. But that's not to say they won't target home users in the future. Mainly at the moment, it is going to be KMS activation. This is those shady sites that give you information on how to activate version of Windows like this that cost literally thousands of pounds to actually get a license for. And you can see right here, there's also ones for Windows 11 that also last up until October 10th, 2032. These are very minimalist operating systems. They don't have any bloat and they don't have any AI inside them. That's what makes them so appealing. And of course, so many people are using them. And soon, that will probably come to an end because Microsoft have announced a new security upgrade, and this is the KMS Hardware-Secured, which now requires KMS servers in Windows volume licensing environments to use TPM for hardware identity authentication. Because as of right now, attackers have exploited fake or cloned KMS servers. Organizations face increased compliance and licensing risks. So now Microsoft is now further strengthening defenses with KMS Hardware-Secured, which uses the Trusted Platform Module, TPM for short. And this is why we've seen so many hardware requirement changes because of this new TPM 2.0 chip. And now Microsoft are using the Trusted Platform Module to help verify that the KMS host is running a trusted hardware before it can activate that Windows device. And you can see right here, there's a big load of information about what the new feature is, what they're going to upgrade it to. And this should weed out a lot of these sites that you can see right now that are selling cheap LTSC keys and also cheap IoT LTSC keys, which will not work in the future because this will completely stop them. These are just pirated keys that people are using and selling online, which I've told you many times before. Eventually Microsoft are going to crack down on this, and of course now they are actually doing something about it. There's probably heaps of people on Windows 10 that are using IoT LTSC versions or LTSC versions of Windows 10 that have not got a legit license, and soon these will be completely deactivated, which means you won't receive any security updates. Now, there's loads of sites out there on Microsoft's own GitHub server, which is basically riddled with KMS activation scripts and also programs that you can use. And of course, there's also that well-known one, which I'm not going to mention on here, which is basically how to circumvent and bypass their activation. And there's lots of people using those as well. And hopefully they will become a thing of the past. Now, Microsoft have also clarified that its new TPM requirement is not designed to disable pirated copies of Windows 11. The change only affects enterprise KMS activation servers, which will now use TPM-backed security to verify they are legit and help prevent any sort of activation abuse. So probably it's going to be targeting a lot of these LTSC systems out there that are using these either cheat keys or using activation scripts or KMS activation. It will go after these first. That's not to say that Microsoft can't widen the goalpost and go for Windows 11 users, home users later on down the line, because they could. And if this is successful, they probably will. And the scary part is they could probably use this technology as well to detect unsupported hardware PCs as well in the future. That's not to say they are going to do that, but it's possible that they could start using something like this to weed out all of the unsupported hardware systems out there that are using Windows 11. It's just a thought, but it's possible. And as it stands right now, it's just enterprise KMS activations. And you might be wondering, does that affect me if I'm a home user using some sort of dodgy script online to use KMS activation? It probably is, and it's probably going to deactivate that system if you're using a KMS activation on your system. It's very possible that it will affect you if you're running one of these shady IoT LTSC versions or LTSC versions of Windows. It's probably going to affect you because you've not got a legitimate license. Now, understand that you're a home user, but you might be using a enterprise edition of Windows, which obviously is going to be pirated. All of those cheap keys you buy online for $15 and $20 for an LTSC version of Windows are not legit, and you will obviously end up with a deactivated version of Windows. I'm pretty sure of it. So the problem is with a lot of these pirated editions of Windows online, especially for the enterprise editions, they literally cost thousands and thousands of pounds to actually purchase. You have to be a big company and you have to have an agreement with Microsoft and a contract with them, and they will then send you all the information and you sign up for it that way, and they get your key and you can activate all of the systems on your network. And this might be literally hundreds or thousands of people. If you're running a enterprise edition of Windows at home, you're probably going to find that it will probably deactivate, or that license may expire, because it is an enterprise edition of Windows. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that it's not attacking home users, but they are talking about probably Windows 11 Home and Pro editions of Windows and unsupported hardware editions of Windows, and not enterprise editions. If you are running an enterprise edition at home, it's very possible that you could find the license may expire. Once they sort out all of the enterprise KMS activation servers and they can validate that all of these keys are moody, it will probably deactivate your system. Now, it's not 100% clear yet whether they are going for the home users that are running enterprise editions of Windows 11 and Windows 10, i.e. your LTSC versions of Windows. I'm pretty sure they are going to, and they will probably find out that a lot of those keys are dodgy and they will suddenly deactivate. Once this is in place in August 2026, you'll probably find that the enterprise KMS activation servers will start detecting dodgy keys and start deactivating those systems. And remember, this is not just for Windows 10 and Windows 11. This is also for server editions, because they all use KMS activation or using volume licensing. And whatever system's using volume licensing and it's on an enterprise level, it's probably going to be getting deactivated very, very soon. Now, I'll quickly touch on Discord here, because there's been a big problem on Discord. I've been locked out of my owner account, or the admin account for this server. There's over 2,000 odd people on here, and they are still sitting on here as if it's active. I've hidden all of the channels on the left-hand side. Why? It's not to try and lure you into making payments for YouTube members like some people have claimed. It's because I can't gain access to the server anymore, and Discord will not help me, and Discord will not delete this old server. So they're going to leave it live. That means that people can come on here and post inappropriate stuff on here. Now you can see there is a YouTube paid area right here, and this is our new Discord server. And I'm hoping people will get the message. Idiots like this guy here, assuming that I am creating a Discord server to try and get money out of people, is completely wrong. The reason why you can only see the YouTube membership page is because I can't remove it, because I don't have the power to do it, and my moderators over there don't have sufficient power to hide that channel. That is the reason why it's still there, and the voice channel. So when fools like this on the internet assume what they think they know are completely wrong. I've created a new Discord server which is free to use. I'm not forcing people to pay for anything on there like this guy is claiming. This is the new Discord server right here. It's already up and running. You can check the announcements on the old server. There's a link there, or a QR code, because that's all it's allowing us to post on there. And this will bring you straight to this Discord server. And if you're still on the original Discord server, you need to use the QR code in the announcements to be able to get yourself over to this new Discord server, which is now where we're all actively talking, rather than on the old one, because no one's going to be using that anymore. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, whether you think Microsoft are going to eventually go after unsupported hardware systems, or whether they're going to go after home users as well in the future. I personally think they will. If this is a success, they will probably just tweak it a bit and start to go after all of the pirated versions of their systems. Anyway, with that said, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members who joined my YouTube members group. I really do appreciate the support, and I shall catch you in the very next video, or I'll catch you on the Discord server.